Good afternoon, iRacers. Welcome to Apex Racing TV and the iRacing Grand Prix Series late broadcast for myself and Conrad Venter, who will be with me in just a second. Today, due to the Indy 500, what a great weekend it's been. Glorious weather here, and yeah, the Indy's been exciting on the iRacing side of things as well. Looking forward to seeing how the main event goes, of course, next weekend. Conrad, we're at Spa for the Grand Prix Series. Welcome. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very well. Just a bit tired. I think most of us have been running a bit of the Indy 500 this weekend, so a couple of late nights and early mornings for some. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this race, and I see there's a whole host of real life series running around Spa this weekend as well.
Yeah, so just let's take a quick look at the championship standings. Of course, we've missed the main strength of field, so the points that they are now are pretty much not going to get updated. And looking at who's in here, we've got a whole bunch of new people as well, some returning faces too, so it'll be interesting to see how this race is going to pan out. We'll go through qualifying in a moment, but Yatsenko still has the lead in the championship, 1,677 points, but just 12 points behind now is Diego Oliveira as well. So that championship really is heating up. Daniel Wenson's moved up to third place with 1,631 points. Picara stayed on 1,610, so no improvement for him this week. And Giuseppe Ragusa is your fifth place driver with 1,563. I would dare say, with 2 races to go left in this championship, any one of those 5 drivers still has an opportunity to pull something off. There's a couple of other drivers that are still on 7 weeks counted that would get close, but I think they're going to struggle a little bit with only 2 races to go.
Yeah, we've got Fabrizio Gobbi in sixth place. He's on 1,554 as well. But interesting enough, I was looking back down through the standings earlier, and Maron Kolak only completed 4 weeks. He's sat in 36, but he's got 839 points. If he had gone the full 8 weeks, he would have been right up there as well.
Yeah, I think this is the thing as well. I mean, some of the races have been low strength of field, means that you can run sort of all the other time slots and still get good points. And this is why we're seeing other drivers that haven't necessarily been competing or doing sort of wins in these races that we broadcast. They score well in other races and they're right there. So. But yeah, so there was, good championship all round. There's still a lot of little individual battles going on there as well. So battle for getting inside the top 10 looks very, very close as well. You've got Kevin Ellis Jr., Ferenc Kern, Zoran Jonic, and Victor Rodriguez. They're all separated by about sort of 75 points-ish. So yeah, very close as to who's going to pick up that.
Yeah, what I find most interesting, the 12 points difference between first and second place at the moment is if you usually look at the results, the big split and the difference in points between and positions is probably about that much. So you can narrow that gap down to 1 race and 1 position. Take your pick which week.
Of course, we are at Spa today. Move away from the championship and just take a look at this, this glorious circuit. Of course, the track record's not up to date there, so we'll have to get that sorted out. But yeah, beautiful circuit. 22 degrees, so fairly low ambient temperature out there, but clear skies. That will bump up the track temperature quite a bit. And 11 kilometers an hour wind, not too blowy out there, but will have a little effect on the drivers, no doubt. And yeah, so 2 DRS zones? It is 2 DRS zones, isn't it? Going into turn 1 and coming out of Eau Rouge, but it's quite a way down that straight, that Kemmel straight. But I think we'll see much like real life. If you can get a run on somebody, you'll be able to get clean through before you even hit Lecum.
Should be interesting to see. We've got a track temperature of about 39 degrees, so still well under what we would see on default weather. So I'm not really expecting too much trouble, but it's too much trouble with the tires. But it is a 29 lap race, and yeah, I wonder if we're gonna have someone try and push it all the way to the end. I suspect 29 laps, even in cooler temperatures, are going to be a bit of a push for the drivers.
Track's interesting, obviously, because it has the combination of low speed corners and high speed as well. So trying to find that balance setup very difficult. And also that plays havoc, of course, with tyre life as well. You know, if you lean more towards one direction, you're going to struggle at the end of the run when you need them as well. So you're right. I think it's going to make those no stops difficult. I dare say we'll see drivers try and pull that off. Like I said, it's different. We've got different drivers here, so we're not sure who's going to do what. Could be it could be very interesting. Right, so we have seen some faces out there as well. So Nicholas Rasmussen, Manuel Domingo. What else have we got there? Andre, that we've seen, Mark Warmington as well. So there's a few returning faces that we're used to seeing racing each week.
Yeah, at the moment they are being shown up by Cleaver Alvin Toffoli, who's in pole position with about 4 seconds left on the clock, and we haven't seen him in a top split before, so a new name at the top of the grid as well. It's nice to see.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen Toffoli in a few races before. Might have even raced against him. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, he's been around the Grand Prix series before. I could be completely wrong, and I watch this back and go, "No, Alex, you're talking out of you." And this is my first ever race.
Exactly. Well, qualifying is done. I'll just quickly run through the starting grid for us. We've got Kleber Alvim Toffoli up in pole position. Second place is Manuel Domingo, with Vladimir in third place. Renan Azurudo in fourth. Massimiliano Bortolotta in fifth place. Nicholas Rasmussen in sixth. Andre Eisenlohr in seventh. Then we've got Kallenbach in eighth place. Mark Warmington in ninth. Jack Van Hees in 10th place. Briscaro in 11th. Pavel Filipov in 12th place, and Chris Robinson in 13th.
Yeah, Robinson didn't set a time, but yeah, not too far back. 13 cars. We just managed to scrape a split, so rather than have one big race, we've got the slightly smaller grid. But yeah, it could go either way. We could have a really great race here, or they could string out really quickly, and yeah, we'll turn this into a bit of a podcast, I think.
Yeah, as I mentioned before the race, there's ample things to talk about, and it's been happening this weekend on iRacing, so yeah, it should be good in either way.
Here we go then, the iRacing Grand Prix Series from Circuit de Spa. Francorchamps is away. It's a good start from everybody actually, no real issue. Somebody down on the grass there, way back, a little blinker too, just to throw it out. Few people, well, one person around, but a few people taking the Kimi Räikkönen line as well through turn one, bleeding out wide, and the body seems through, apart from I think it was Jack who had that little moment.
But I'll just have a little look back. It was towards the back of the field.
I'm not sure actually now.
Oh yeah, Marcel just minding his own business, getting a little tap from Jack Van Hees that sent him around.
Oh, and a little contact there as well. Andre got himself involved with something going through. Lacombe's got some front end damage on his car there as well. We're used to seeing Andre in this split, so sure he'll be able to work his way forward. We know that damage on the front is very minor, doesn't affect him too much, just a couple of kilometers an hour straight line speed, so could be all important here at Spa though, of course.
Just at the start as well, we had Chris Robinson tag, so two separate incidents. Chris Robinson just tagging Pavel as well. So but it looks like no major damage, everybody should be running fine.
Domingo up and into the lead after a good start as well, so Positive Sim Racing on a good job. We've seen him as well, another face that is returning, and yeah, he'll be very quick, no doubt, I think, through this race. Hopefully his teammate, who's currently sat P2 in the championship, will have given him some advice for this one.
Possibly a setup as well.
Well, you would hope.
Yeah, well, there's two cars of the Positive Sim Racing team in the top sphere at the moment. Vladimir is running the same livery, he's running the third place at the moment. Yeah, already we're just seeing a little spread at the front. Domingo just stretching that lead, coming up to a second now. They haven't got the DRS yet, so he'll have another lap just to extend that lead a little bit more. And then another 6 tenths back from between second and third place.
Jack has a little look on Andre, nothing going, so that's really where that's going to hurt. Andre really with that front wing damage that he picked up earlier on, so just lacking those couple of Ks. And he's dropped out of the DRS zone from Mark Warmington as well, so he's not even going to be able to use that to help him defend the next lap when they can just pop open that flap.
Yeah, we're very used to seeing Andre Eisenlohr and these Sunday strength of field races. And, he's had a couple of good weeks over the last few weeks. We've seen him have a couple of absolute mares as well, but generally a very solid runner.
Seems like the pack is coming together though in this second lap. Everybody inside the DRS zone through the top 4 places now, so we could have some interesting racing going into Lecum. Let's see how this all pans out. Or we just gonna have a big DRS train.
Yeah, I think with a spread of I'm just looking at the divisions that people are placed in according to iRacing, and we've got everybody ranging from Division 1 through to Division 4, so there's going to be a big range of different setups running different downforce levels. So I think we might see people's different strengths and their setups and cars coming through at various different bits in the stint. Certainly, if one of the top guys is going to have any problems and drops back through the field, it'll be entertaining at least to see them try and make their way back through. Oh, we've got a bit of a battle going on for 10th place at the moment. Cyprian just managing to... he's actually overtaken Jack Van Hees. He's gone up to 9th place as they made the run up Kemmel Straight.
I'm sure Cyprian's not one I've seen in the series before as well, so yeah, good to see him returning. But again, doesn't take much to confuse me with names, so I might be wrong.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a long weekend, and we've had the iRacing Indy 500, and it's been the Blancpain GT Endurance Championship going on for some of you guys. So it's been a busy weekend, and it's easy just to get confused. So many tracks, so many different cars.
Yeah, I have to say I'm feeling it a little bit now. 500 miles yesterday. Trying to work that draft all the way through, not easy. I think the McLaren's got dirty. Yeah, go and jump in that Indy car right now around Indianapolis. Then you'll know what dirty is all about.
Yeah, it's. I ran the very first race of the weekend. As the Domingo says, the fastest lap of a race of 150.2. I ran the fastest lap of the first race of the weekend, and the amount of fuel I saved by just having to bail out of or lift into the corners was amazing. And we've got Pavel in 11th place, coming under pressure from Marcel in 12th place. Marcel was having a little look as they were coming out of turn 1. He's certainly going to have another run as they come up Kemmel Straight. And as they get into the DRS zone, here you go, flaps open. Oh, and he was close enough to make that look easy. Nice pass, clean, and he's on his way.
Not an absolute slam dunk though. I thought, it could have, Pavel could have defended that if he wanted to, just cover up the inside a bit earlier on and would have made him go around the outside. All the more tricky.
Yeah, I think Pavel maybe he's the same kind of driver as I am. I would have done exactly the same as very early in the race, and go and ruin tires now by defending and running, getting late on the brakes is possibly for what his aims are in the race, maybe not worth all that much.
Yeah, I understand that. I've been there and done that myself as well. When just haven't quite got the pace, then you just live to fight another day and just see what you can do. Maybe you can, driver in front can just pull you up to the cars ahead as well.
Yeah, you can already see the gap that Marcel has opened on Pavel just after that. It's already up to about a second and a half. Yeah, I think sometimes for us slower guys might be a bit harsh, but it's all about percentage racing, and running your own race, just making it to the end sometimes is an achievement.
Vladimir very, very close. Looks like he's got a great run. DRS is open, and Foley trying to use that ERS to defend, but just nothing. Positive Sim Racing move to first and second now.
I tell you what, Marcel Kallenbach, just look, he started in, I think it was 8th place. He's running 11th now. He's obviously one of the ones that had a bit of turn 1 issues. The guy in front of him, Jack Van Hees, his fastest lap time is about a second faster than Jack's. So he's definitely one of the ones that we can watch out for and see how he gets on through the remainder of the race by making his way through the field. He's very, very quickly moved up to the back of Jack Van Hees.
Yeah, now you think maybe going into the bus stop he'll pull something. Keep an eye on this through the S's into this final sector. Really so tricky around here as well, so easy to get an off track on that left hand curb. Just trying to push it as much as you can. He's a bit far away. I don't think he'll be making a move this time, so yeah, it's going to have to be down as a chemical. Just nail the bus stop chicane, get as close as you possibly can, get a good drive out, opens it up, makes it a lot more easy to pull that off.
Well, that was made easy for myself, and he's doing a sympathy spin there into the bus stop chicane, and that leads through Pavel as well.
Vladimir is shifting as well now that he is cleared to Foley, so 149.6 last time by. Of course, he did have that big boost with the DRS and the ERS with the overtake, but still. 149.6 compared to Domingo's 150.7, so 1.1 seconds closed up on that lap alone.
And that gap, it says 1.3 seconds at the moment, but physically it looks a lot less. Oh, and it looks like Bartoletta has had some issues as well. He's dropping down the standings.
Yeah, not sure what his problems were, but you're right, he was very slow on the timing screen for a second, and yeah, seemed to have picked it back up, so some sort of mistake. Let's see if we can find what that was.
Yeah, it's just coming out of the corner on the run down to the corner with no name, and getting under power a little bit too aggressively. Spun the car and then rejoined back onto the track right in front of Cyprian. Cyprian now to take a bit of avoiding action there. Hand gestures would have been flying out the cockpit at that point.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I've just seen that on a replay there, so yeah, you got to go for it. But yeah, Cyprian was awake for that one as well, and just you could see he was going to dart to the right, and then just saw exactly the direction he was going in, and just changed his mind.
That looks like it's just going wrong for Bartoletta there. He's decided to come into the pits, hit the wall, and it's been a while since I saw a Bribing McLaren like that.
Yeah, that is race over. So easy to do. I take it you just tag the suspension on the entry wall.
Yeah, and it looked like a very small touch as well, and it just looked like the wall sucked the car in. Well, there's no point even pulling that into the pit box.
That's too much damage. He will be done and dusted. I've
watched a few streams over the last year or so, and The only crabbing car I could have seen rivaling that was a BSR Kia World or as Pro Series race around Montreal, which will be that one.
I remember it well, Wojciech Svidovic, and what made it even the better was that Andrew Woodhouse completely lost the plot, didn't he, when he was watching it? Just couldn't stop laughing. So epic bit of commentary there as well. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. It's on our channel in the archive. It was last season, so 2015's BSR Pro Series at Montreal, I believe.
I think that's one of the bits of commentary in a series that we've covered that we can put down as a classic. It was very entertaining indeed. Saying that, Massimo Milano, you wouldn't find that entertaining at all. That's a rare opportunity to get into a top split and get some really good points, and unfortunately, it's gone.
Eisenhower closing in on the back of Warmington, and then you've got Rasmussen coming under pressure as well from Azredio there. Have a look, it's Warmington just outside the DRS, so he's going to have to use a fair bit of ERS just to try and defend the battle ahead. Looks like Rasmussen lost out that place as well. Tried to hold it on the inside, couldn't do it. So he falls down to the fifth place, sorry. And Warmington is going to try and close up on him. Looking at the lap times, they're fairly consistent, but I do feel like Mark's got an opportunity.
I was looking back. We've had our first sort of real pit stop from Marcel Kallenbach, and he's come in, taken tyres, and is on his way out again. Well, if he's on for a two-stopper, that'll certainly be the first time we've seen that in the series.
Yeah, I can't say that. Maybe just some damage, or he just cooked his tyres too much, or something like that. But yeah, in.
Well, his tyres definitely cooked now, straight out of the pits, and half spin, trying to correct it, half spin again, and he's in the wall.
Well, yep, that's that. If we can bring that back up on a replay.
And we've got Andre Eisenlohr in the pits as well. Yeah, by the pit stop time that Marcel had, it looked like he took a new front wing. If he's planning on making any more pit stops, he might have a second or a third front wing on that car for the race. But I'll just have a look and see what Eisenlohr is doing.
Oh, just give it too much. Coming out of the downhill right. Forgot the name off the top of my head. Rivage? Can't remember. But it's easy done around there as well. You're in low gear and you change up to just get a whole bunch of torque. But yeah, that's not going to be good. That's his race really, really ruined now.
Eisenlohr's come in. He's taken a new front wing as well, and this should at least provide for interesting viewing. We're not used to seeing cars pit this early on in a race. 9 laps in for Eisenlohr, and it looks like he might be trying a two-stopper as well.
Can't honestly think that they're going to be doing two-stopper, just forced in early, and just that he's going to take it and knows that he can run 20 laps on these tyres. Does seem interesting. Looking at the front three, well, they've separated apart pretty evenly now to 1.5 seconds, and then a second gap back to Foley as well. So everybody's out of DRS range right now. So we're in that stage of the race already where we're going to have to just sort of wait and see how the strategies play out. Who's got the best car with tyres? Like always, it always seems to come back to a big, a big clash right at the end. I think this one's going to be much the same. Well, I'm hoping it is anyway. Warmington closing in on Rasmussen as well. Gets a slight mistake runs a little bit wide through turn 1, and he was in the DRS zone until he missed the apex there, and he just popped outside, so he won't get any aid going down that straight.
And it's amazing how much time you can lose by just getting one corner wrong. You know, he was in a position to possibly have a look at a positional game, Mark Warmington, coming up Kimmel Straight, and makes one mistake, and the next thing he finds himself out of the DRS zone.
Seems like Jack has got himself a fan on the chat as well. There he is, ninth place at the moment, not too far behind Pavel as well, so maybe an opportunity to pick up a place, move up to 8th. He's running slightly quicker at the moment as well, 153.6 compared to the 154 for Pavel.
Yeah, fastest lap times are very similar as well, so he's certainly in with a chance to provide us with a bit of a battle in this mid-race lull that we're going through at the moment. Oh, he's closing up really quickly up to the back of Pavel as well.
Yeah, and the leaders are getting closer as well. Just half a second now to for the front two, and definitely will be in DRS range. Of course, teammates. So you expect that there is a run. They're going to leave each other a little bit of room. Maybe we'll get some fight in, but I think this will be pretty much straightforward.
It's been interesting watching the front two trading lap times. I think the gap at one point was up to about 1.9 seconds, and Vladimir has managed to pull it back to just about 0.8 of a second. A bit of a Constantino effect going on there, and maybe they're not running the exact same set, and again, set up in the car is stronger in different parts of the stint.
Yeah, just keep an eye on these two as well. Toffoli trying to come back to them as well, so he's not out of it yet. Where else have we got going on as well? Looks like Jack has got some problems with his connection. He's around. Has he disappeared? What's going on? I'm missing something.
Oh, he's back in the pits. Just have a quick look and see what happened to him. The big culprit there is going to be Eau Rouge. Yeah, car getting light as he goes up the hill, and he was into the barrier. Possibly just not having run many laps behind, or too close behind other cars. No, that just looked like he hit a bump in the back end went.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's an interesting setup on that, I would guess.
It didn't even look like the car got any kind of disturbance as it was going up there. Just all of a sudden
gone
did a
through
little
the
go jump
compression
and off
as
it
well,
went.
you know, where you compress down and you can have issues with bottoming out and things like that. Gone through that, so just back up going over the hill. So yeah, really don't understand what went on there. Must have been very loose, the setup, and yeah, just bit him hard. Back to the front though, 0.9 of a second, and Toffoli moves inside the DRS zone as well, still struggling to reel him in, but definitely looks like he might have a slightly better car over the long run, and seems to be holding on to his tyres, so he's coming back at him. These guys are absolutely flying away really from P3 right now, P4 sorry, 9.7 seconds back, so yeah, it's quite a gap. Check in with Mark Warmington, bit of a favourite here of ours in the box, and yeah, 6th place closing in on Rasmussen. So yeah, Mark doing a good job. Hopefully he'll be able to use that DRS 0.4 of a second. As close as I've seen him for a few laps on the stream and on the live timing.
And if he can sort of hang about where he is now, 6th place, 5th place possibly, that'll most certainly be his best result on one of the broadcasted races, so that should please him greatly. And a man on the move at the moment is Andre Eisenlohr. He was one of the ones that pitted earlier on, and was sitting, I think his second fastest lap, and is in about 3 laps, running 150.4 on that last time round, also overtaking Pavel.
Warmington's in, so he's not going to risk it all the way on the same set of tyres. Brings himself in, lap 13. Maybe a good call to do as well, closing in, should be able to get the undercut with that, and won't be held up at all. Front 3 again all of a sudden separate back out to pretty much over a second.
Oh, Warmington and Eisenlohr is going to come right by each other. Eisenlohr out of turn 1. He's going to have a great run going down the hill into a rouge as Warmington tries to get up to speed and try to get some heat in those tyres.
Yeah, he's just outside the DRS, I think, so he will close, but it's just going to be on the slipstream. It wasn't in the detection zone, was he? No, he was. So he gets that, but just a little bit too far back to pull anything off. But all of a sudden, yeah, like you say, Mark's going to be under a bit of pressure. Of course, Mark will have the fresher tyres, so hopefully we'll be able to hold on to this position, maybe even pull away.
And Eisenlohr's tyres is only about 4.5 or 4 laps older than Warmington's. It'll be Warmington's fastest lap so far is a 51.4, so it'll be interesting to see what the lap time gains is for him with a fresh set of tyres.
Not much going on elsewhere. Leaders pretty much static. No need to watch them. Let's just see how these guys progress.
Pavel Filipov has been in the pits as well. He's had enough on that set of tyres. He's out again. Nice quick stop for him. Oh, Nicholas Rasmussen, seeing Warmington pit, he's in as well. And this might provide us with a bit of fun, with Eisenlohr just behind Warmington, Rasmussen running pretty close to each other just before Warmington pitted. Warmington just struggling to get through the bus stop chicane on his first lap out.
I think they're going to get him easy, to be honest. Just see, he's just coming out. I don't know, it's a little bit longer, isn't it, around the hairpin. It's going to be very close.
Oh, Warmington's a lot closer to Rasmussen than Eisenlohr was to Warmington when they came out of the pits. Well, here we go.
Yeah, and Eisenlohr looks like he wants to try and put a move on as well. I don't think Mark's going to get there. It's going to be close. Rasmussen goes defensive. Mark around the outside, thinks twice of it. Has to cover the inside. He's under pressure now as well. It's going to be a great little battle if this goes on. So all of them on fresh tyres now.
And it's brilliant to see. Everybody just minding their own business. One guy makes a pit stop, and then all of a sudden you've got a 3-way battle for a position.
Yeah, Warmington's just dropping back a little bit. He needs to push, stay really close if he can, and pull this overtake off. He was much quicker in the final part of the last stint as well, so definitely has the pace, but Rasmussen maybe just got something a little bit earlier on with that fresher rubber, so maybe Mark needs to play a bit of a patient game here and try and pick him off later on. I mean, looking at the gap that they have, there's 20 seconds to the car ahead of them, so not going to get much further up the road.
Pullman is in the pits as well. He pitted from 3rd place, so yeah, we'll see now if the Vladimir and Manuel decides to respond to that. If they do, if they want to give themselves any chance of not losing positions due to the undercut, they're going to have to be in this lap.
Good exit from Warmington. He just didn't quite get the power down. Actually, he was looking really good going through turn 1, but yeah, just lost a little bit on the drive coming out of it, and all that DRS is going to do is close him back up more than getting past, I think, right now.
It almost sounds like Eisenlaw is just running too much downforce on that car. He sort of gets up to a certain speed with that DRS flap open, and then the car just sounds like it's bogging down. It's got too much downforce on it to go any quicker.
Yeah, it could be a case of he's using a fair bit of the overtake button, so using his ERS energy and then letting go, and it kind of give you the same effect, I think. So trying to manage his usage right now so that he can get a run. I almost think it's worth, when you're in this sort of position, you're just struggling, there's a couple of cars ahead of you and you're the person at the back, is to really try and save it so that when you do need it, you can give it like a full blast, like sort of 50-60% usage gone in one foul swoop.
That's what we saw Toffoli pit on that previous lap. Magnum and Vladimir has decided to stay out. Right, so we're about halfway through the race now. There's 14 laps remaining, 15 laps in. What is the gap? What, 27 seconds. They, I suspect, might decide not to risk it with a pit stop.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, I know from past experience, if you can make a no-stop work, it is the quickest strategy around Spa. It's quite a long pit lane, especially with these short races, only 29 laps. Warmington again drops back to 7/10 before coming out of turn 1. He's going to come under a bit of pressure from Andre here. Dives out, has a little look, can't do anything with it, it's just too far back. Mark decided to go a little bit late on the brakes just to be 100% sure. Puts him under a bit of pressure. Leaders are still out there as well, so nothing happening there. 26 seconds is the gap to Foley as well to Vladimir. So sorry, not to Vladimir, to Manuel. So there's a good chance that he can work his way back, but lap times are going to have to pick up a little bit, see what he does next time by.
Yeah, the top two are still in the high 150s. He's going to have to look at roughly about 2 seconds a lap gain if he's going to catch up with him by the end of the race. Then of course he still has to pass them.
Yeah, exactly, he's going to need that, so that's a pretty tall order, I have to say.
And you look at third place as well. Azarido is just put in his fastest lap of the race with a 150.9. Toffoli with a 150.4, so only half a second quicker than the leaders on that lap.
Andre had his problem there, sorry, missed that, just looking at the live timing screen. Let's get a replay of it as well. That's going to release Mark Warmington. To not have too much pressure behind him, he can just focus on what's ahead. So yeah, he took a little look on the inside, just overcooked it, coming out of no corner, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, he caught the inside curb and then the outside curb as well, and he's into the barrier. Damaged front wing. He's got going again, but yeah, that's going to really hurt him.
Yeah, he's back in the pits. The car wasn't driving straight after that. Donation of paint to the barrier. Chris Robinson in as well. Well, we were talking about two-stoppers. Eisenlaw is making a two-stop, but unfortunately it's a forced one.
Yeah, lap 17 of 29, the front two, both positive sim racing drivers, clearly going to stay out there for the remainder. Just the 9 laps to go.
Yeah, right now it would suggest that that's the right choice. Again, lap times are in the mid to high 150s, and the gap to the top guy that's made a pit stop, Toffoli, is still just under 26 seconds, so he hasn't really made any inroads on them. On the other hand, third place, Azarido's last lap was a 152.5, so Toffoli making, catching him. That gap is only about 8.5 seconds. Fastest lap of the race for Toffoli that time around was 150.2.
He's picking it up, just slowly getting used to the extra grip that's out there, and that can be a problem, and you really, you know, with these fresh tyres, to get the best out of them, you just need to feel that grip so quickly. You just really got to go at it, and the leaders have a back marker off in front of them, just lets them go, no problems there. But yeah, you really need to attack the tyres and just have the confidence that the car's going to stick. It's too easy to overcook it. But yeah, if you don't push them enough, those first few laps, you really lose out.
Telling you, just looking through the cars, Chris Robinson, as he just popped up there, he's got a great livery on that car, just running the old Buzz and Hornets Jordan livery.
Ah, yes, I saw that. That was lovely. What a great car that was as well. Yeah, beautiful looking. Warmington's still within the DRS zone of Rasmussen, but just a little bit too far back. I think you'll want this top 5 though, so we'll push hard for it.
Oh, I think Vladimir might have had a bit of a hiccup on that last lap. He did a 152 flat, comparison to manuals 150.9. He's dropped back a bit. He's well out of the DRS zone now.
Yeah, this could be interesting because you know, if he overheated his tyres a little bit, he might be forced to do a late stop.
I'm just going to try and look back and see where he lost it. Can't see an obvious mistake on the lap. It might have been just as they were lapping Chris, where yeah, it looks like he just got off out of the power a little bit and backed off completely just to make the pass safely.
Everything all of a sudden just separated apart. We're down to 9 cars still on the lead lap as well. That's not going to stay like that for too much longer too. Yeah, Toffoli into the 49s, 49.8, so he's picking the pace up. He was 1.1 second quicker, but with only 10 laps to go, that gap's only going to come down to about 12 seconds at best, so definitely not the right strategy call. Not here anyway.
Well, I don't think he really had anything to lose. He was sat in 3rd place anyway, so he could have stayed there and just taken the 3rd place or rolled the dice and come in for fresh tyres. Right now he's about 4 seconds behind 3rd place, so at the very worst he can regain that 3rd place that he lost due to the pit stop.
Yeah, you're right. It was perhaps a bit of a let's just see what happens kind of strategy. You never know. I mean, we saw this just last week at Silverstone. All of a sudden, those times that are 1 second now can jump up to sort of 2 seconds a lap very, very quickly, and then that changes the story completely.
Oh well, that was very evident around Silverstone. Luckily, I didn't receive any hate mail from Riley Prescott for doubting him one bit whatsoever. So I think we might have been forgiven for that, call and misjudgment, really. I was having a look at Vladimir coming out of turn 1 at the start of this current lap, and I think he's really starting to struggle with traction coming out of the slow corners. He put his foot down and the back end just started to wiggle. That's going to be evident in his lap time when they cross the line soon. This is the part of the race where they're really going to start struggling now with the tyres.
Yeah, 9 laps to go. You're right, really. It's whether or not the temperature has been cold enough to keep them from overheating. Borderline, I tell you. Usually, everything above sort of 40 degrees track temp is where we start to see problems and tyre life falling off a little bit quicker. So they're just under that, so they may hold on.
Oh yeah, Vladimir was a lot better on the exit there. Not a bad lap time actually, as last time around, 150.9. Obviously his exit wasn't as bad as I thought it was, or he just managed to make it up somewhere during the lap. But at Foley, 149.9. Yeah, catching them now with about just about a second or a little bit more per lap.
1.4 to our leader. So Domingo has had his problems, but down to 22 seconds is the lead. Dropping quite quickly. I mean, that, like I say, if it hits 2, then it really is on.
And this always seems to happen. It looks like the tires with the wear or the temperature increase just looks like it reaches a certain plateau and it's going to stay there until the end of the race. But then, yeah, last 4 or 5 laps, the drop in lap times is significant.
A lot of drivers talking in the forum about, you know, the schedule length and things like that, and how long we get to race. And I honestly think we've absolutely nailed it here with this as well, because really it's a split strategy. You can go either way. You can go with a 1-stop, or you can go with a no-stop. You know, I don't think we could get it any better. You could argue you could probably take 1 lap off, or 1 or 2 laps off the race. That'll make it a bit more even, but only on some tracks. I think with that 66% with the tyre wear that we have now is pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, the soft tyre shouldn't last this amount of laps, but hey, it's good for us to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And how many times have we seen the battle for the win coming down to the last lap? Silverstone last week came down to the last corner on the last lap. Road America springs to mind as well, where
That was about 3 corners left of the race before that one was decided.
yeah, if it wasn't for a mistake, I think it was Mr. Vensing.
It was Daniel.
Yeah, that would have gone into the last corner. But yeah, like I say, I think the race distances are spot on.
A couple of new tracks next season as well, going to Imola for the first time. Quite lovely, so looking forward to that. So great circuit. As Toffoli, I don't think he's going to get a run this time, but he's certainly going to use the DRS to close in.
This must just hurt his chance a little bit. He's stuck behind Renan. And we've seen how that can cost drivers in the past. That 1 lap they struggle to get past someone. It can make such a huge difference when it gets to the end of the race.
It was 50.5 last time by, so it was only 8 tenths closed on the leader, so he was just picking up a bit of dirty air there. You're right, it's got to be go time, he needs to be aggressive and just use all that extra grip that he's got.
Should ask iRacing if they're interested in putting a DRS zone on the run down to Puan. I'd love to see more overtakes taking place into that corner.
Oh, because every driver who gets one thrown up the inside loves that.
Absolutely. That's why I want one.
Certainly make it more interesting. Oh, surely done and dusted. He's already pulling alongside, I think. Oh, which way does he go?
Renan going a little bit defensive there. Oh, here we go, Max Verstappen. No. Wow.
Now this corner though, I'll tell that run after Puan after Rouge won't be too much of a problem.
Oh, look at that lap time of 52.6. A little bit of a battle against the guy with worn tyres, and that's what it cost you. Vladimir's in the lead. Manuel Domingo
with problems, so... Oh, when was that? Stay with this other battle, see if he'll get him done, then we'll skip it back. He's not going to get this position at all, is Toffoli just not close enough, so not a very good exit. And I think all the extra grip that he's got. Right, let's see how the leaders swap positions, because pretty important.
Yeah, it's just through a Rouge up Kimmel straight.
Oh, I got a little wheel spin coming out of the first hairpin there. Did Domingo, and I think that's probably what's let his teammate get the run on him.
Oh, well, have a look. This Manuel Domingo has been able to produce the lap times to stay in front the whole race long. They're still teammates. Hopefully there's going to be a little bit of a fight for the win.
Well, you'd hope so. That looked like a slam dunk case of, you know, the general rule is in their team that if you're alongside getting a run, then, you know, you don't fight it. It did look a little bit like that, but we'll see if you can get another run back. That'd still be interesting.
Well, Domingo as well within the DRS zone here, 0.8 of a second as they cross the line. Gaps opening as they went through a Rouge up to a second. Still got the DRS zone, though it's not going to make a difference. He's way too far behind. And Foley is still behind Azzarito.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he's struggling to get by. All that extra grip should really make it, you know, pretty easy. He was 2 seconds a lap quicker, so got to line up that overtake and yeah, and commit to it. So be able to outbrake him, no problem. Warmington and Rasmussen still 0.4 of a second separate those two. Down into the bus stop, must have an advantage. Oh, it runs wide.
I'd say getting really close through this corner with no name. I see, now you need a DRS zone. Not that he's going to need it. But yeah, Foley through on Renan due to a mistake. And now we'll actually see how much more pace he's got. Oh, Foley not getting a good exit out of Pouan.
Typical, I just missed that. Take a little look at that one back. Yeah, leader's currently running in the 151s, just as there was a question asked.
And things is about to go from bad to worse for Azzarito. He got overtaken and he's having some internet issues. A couple of gremlins creeping in, and I'm afraid that's the end of that for him as well.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be a drop. He hasn't reappeared back on the timing screen as well, so it's the trouble sometimes. Old internet racing. It's just the same as a breakdown, unfortunately. It happens and you just have to chalk it up, and yeah, you just got to do what you can do, haven't you, to try and prevent that.
Yeah, I'm sure I can feel his rage right now. As much as all the Italian fans, if anybody watched the MotoGP earlier on today. Valentino Rossi starting on pole, running second for, well, as much as the race that he was in, and then an engine blowing. Oh. Seeing fans leaving the grounds before the race was even halfway through.
Here comes Warmington. This is surely his best run. Stays in the slipstream as long as he possibly can. He's going to have to go around the outside. Got to commit to this. Late on the brakes, does exactly that. He's got the line for the left-hander, and Rasmussen tries to throw it back up the inside for the right-hander, but doesn't do it. Mark's having to defend the inside. Late on the brakes for both drivers, hugging at the apex is Warmington, trying not to let this position slip back away. That's up to 4th place for him with the retirements that were ahead as well. So yeah, great overtake there, and pulls it off nicely.
Yeah, Rasmussen just trying to get on the gas a little bit early, getting a little bit of wiggle, and that's created that gap that we currently see. And yeah, his heart will be beating ferociously right now. In 4th place, this is by far his best finish in Sunday's strength of field race.
This
Top
is
split nonetheless.
Yeah, this is not over and done with. I tell you, this race for the lead as well. Domingo trying to fight back. 7/10 of a second back. Needs to give a lap or two just for his tyres to settle back down again after the little wiggle that he had.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look.
For anyone wondering as well, we know about Conrad's microphone problems. He managed to bust his headset the other day, so got a new one on his way. We'll get that sorted out for the next race. As you had a bit of a super buzz there, mate.
Yeah, apart from the fact that that I sound like I'm in space, can't even hear very well. Only sound coming through one part of the headset too.
Just waiting just to see. I know these are teammates, but I can't help but feel that Domingo's surely gonna try and put a move on his teammate as well. So if there's one driver that you want to try and have a run with and go side by side, surely it is your teammate, because you know, there's a bit of mutual respect out there for one another. You're not likely to get forced off of the circuit. Well, of course, unless you're you know, drive a Mercedes.
No, I was just about to say, you're not going to say that to Hamilton Rosberg, are you? Aim for the gap disappears, you still go for the gap.
Yeah.
That's not there anymore.
It's on the grass, I'll take it. Oh, that's a great apex.
Wow.
Oh, just got himself a little bit loose. That was such a good entry and apex there as well for Domingo. I thought if he just got on that power, he just saw that. He knew that he needed that 0.4 of a second, and had an opportunity. So just gonna have to use that DRS again just to close back up down the Kemmel Straight. Nothing else going on out there right now. Warmington pulled away. Rasmussen 1.3 seconds back. Cyprian is closing in on Rasmussen as well, but not enough, I feel, to get. Oh, where is he? 1.7. Oh, I don't know. He might do. He was sort of 0.7 of a second quicker that last lap. So we'll keep an eye on that one. If we need to swap up, we'll do that. But still, this battle for the lead continues. Just 3 laps to go here. The iRacing Grand Prix Series. We're at Circuit Spa. Broncochamps. It's Alex Simpson and Conrad Venter. Round 10 of the season. And yeah, Positive Sim Racing's currently set on a 1-2. And yeah, who's going to get it though?
Well, yeah, this has sort of been swapped around once or twice, and that was due to a mistake by Domingo. Gap is now as small.
Oh,
well, that settles that.
Well, that's the race. You don't want to do that.
Oh, and he's going to carry some big damage from that.
Oh yeah, that is not finishing the race. So yeah, Toffoli going to get second place, and that can happen when
Oh,
the
Mark
tyres.
Warmington, podium, son.
Wow, yeah, that'll work
Just keep
quite
it
nicely.
together.
So Domingo is going to he's going to have 2 laps pretty much unchallenged to finish this one off. Be aware your teammates' tyres just fell apart, so don't make the same mistake. Hold it together. Your first Sunday broadcast race top split victory will be in the bag. Like you say, Toffoli second, and yeah, Warmington moved up into 3rd place. That'll be a great podium for him as well. Racing for Blue Flag Racing in the Apex Academy. Always good to see one of our drivers getting a good result.
Well, Toffoli will be looking at his pit stop, currently sitting in 2nd place, and thinking that was a masterstroke.
Yeah, exactly. Not had to worry about anything, tyres or anything like that. He's picked up a place. And he's had a comfortable car to drive, hasn't he, this second half of this race, rather than one that's going to be on the edge, just constantly twitching around on him.
Oh, I think we're about to see a battle between Cyprian and Nicholas Rasmussen as well.
Yeah, 1.4 seconds separates those two right now, and Cyprian running. Well, actually, he wasn't any quicker than Rasmussen that last lap. It was 0.1 of a second difference the other way.
The tyres should be pretty much in the same condition. Cyprian's tyres 12 laps old, Rasmussen's is 14.
Oh, little wiggle coming out of no-name corner there for Cyprian. That's, yeah, pushing.
Yeah, you can see that he wants that place, and you could yeah, especially coming out of the corners, you can see him putting the power down and really fighting the car. Especially for Cyprian as well. There was a possibility for a podium there. He started the race fairly high up, and then had early race troubles, and he's had to drive his way from the back again. I think I spotted him down in 12th or 11th place at one point.
inside the DRS zone. Just can't make it inside there. He was for a brief second. Gonna need it. Domingo's starting his final lap as well. He just needs to bring it home. Warmington 2 seconds ahead of Rasmussen now, so should be okay.
Yeah, squeaky bum time for him at the moment.
Yeah.
Just keeping it together for a lap. Grabbed the maiden podium. I'll tell you what, another guy that's going to be happy with his day's work is Chris Robinson. He's a lap down, but he sat in 7th place. Purely just by driving well, keeping it on the track and out of the walls.
I'll tell you what, you can pick up so many good results just by doing that, you know, staying clean, staying out of trouble. You're amazed, you know, how you can improve your I rating just by, you know, going after those sort of races.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know. I'm not sure Chris might have expected to find himself in the top split on the broadcasted race on a Sunday. Sometimes you get into a race and you see, oh, I'm in top split. It's a bit of a shock to the system.
Here we go. Oh, Manuel just got back marker ahead of him through the final time through the bus stop, but comes out of there, lights his wheels up, lays some rubber down on the circuit, takes the victory for Positive Sim Racing. Great drive, first top split victory that we've broadcasted for him. So awesome job. Toffoli's going to be coming across any second to take P2. Yeah, he'll be happy with that. Pretty comfortable, comfortable run. And then Mark Warmington. Well, we can't see him because the chopper's up behind the trees. But there he comes. Yeah, he'll be delighted with that. Rasmussen closed up a little bit. Cyprian was close as well, but not enough to get by. Rasmussen takes 4th place. So good job from him. Cyprian in 5th. Yeah, good job, like you say, fought his way back. Pavel just about will finish, well, he'll finish in 6th place, but he stayed on the lead lap, so a long time until he comes around. Well, while he's doing that, Conrad, do you want to take us through the final result, because it's not going to change?
Yeah, Pavel on his merry way, sort of doing a little in lap for us. We've got winning the race, Manuel Domingo making up 1 place, started in 2nd, and then Cleaver Foley finishing in 2nd place, top man to make a pit stop. Mark Warmington with his maiden podium in Sunday Strength of Field broadcasted race in 3rd. Niklas Rasmussen just behind him in 4th place. Then we had Cyprian Broskaru in 5th. Pavel Filipov in 6th place. Chris Robinson coming from the back to finish in 7th. Vladimir unfortunately suffering a bit of tyre trouble and wall trouble late on in the race to finish 8th. Renan Azeredo in 9th place. And then we've got a couple of guys that had a trouble and retirements. Marcel Kallenbach is one of them, 10th place. Andre Eisenlaw in 11th. Jack Van Hees in 12th place. And Massimiliano Portolotta in 13th place.
That's it, we are done. Everybody is there. It took a little while for Pavel to finish that lap. But yeah, great race really out there. It was interesting just to see how that worked. And you know, tyres, we talked about it during the race, that, you know, the tyres are important, the strategy calls, you know, and I just think that really what caught out Vladimir there was just, you know, the rubber was just on its last legs really for those final few laps, and pushing hard to try and stay ahead of his teammate just bit him through there, and around she came, and nothing you can do. So yeah, let's just wait and see what we have for Zandvoort, because while this race won't affect the championship standings at all, it's yeah, Zandvoort's going to be very interesting. Much shorter track. Car has lots of cambered corners on it, so it can be tricky to set up. Lots of undulations, very short circuit as well. The DRS zones are very small, so it's going to be very tricky to overtake. So strategy is going to make a great deal of importance in that one. So yeah, that'll be back to the regular time, I believe, unless there's some sort of Grand Prix race that conflicts with it. But I don't think.
No, don't we have Monaco next weekend?
Oh, is it? So we might well be. That'll be at 3 o'clock though, won't it? So the 12 o'clock race
Yeah.
should be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quick call on that. Well, for next week, it might be very much like we saw today. You'll do well and finish well just to make well to the checkered flag in one piece. And in regards to today's race, you saw a lot of guys take the chance just to make the pit stop, like you mentioned earlier in the stream, just to have a comfortable run or a comfortable car to drive. And well, that definitely we saw affect Vladimir. Dropped a podium, possibly a win, just trying to push it all the way to the end. Someone like Mark Warmington, we see him sort of in the bottom of the top split usually, scoring a podium just by making that pit stop, getting fresh tyres on, having a nice comfortable drive to the end.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be one of his better point finishes of the season as well. I haven't got those to hand, unfortunately, the points, so we can't read them out. But I dare say, he'll be dead chuffed with that.
So I'm just I'm playing around with my phone, seeing if I can drag up the results for the race.
Yeah, not showing for me yet, unfortunately. But some good 4,000 strength to the field races earlier on. Just see if we can give it some time just to get them up. So Wensin won one of those. That was I think that was the 12 o'clock race. Yeah, it was. So Wensin, Zaitsev, and then Oliveira Yatsenko was fourth in that one. Then Kern in fifth. So yeah, some good races there earlier on. So that made a big difference to Wensin. That's what jumped him up there as well. But Yatsenko holding on really at the moment. Only 188 points for him on that one. What was the 2 o'clock race like? Because that was pretty reasonable strength to field as well. Some 4,000. Ragusa won that with 243 points. His teammate Gobi in second. Yatsenko got 218, so good for him. And Ferenc Kern 206. So great job from him. His teammate just behind him in fifth, 194. So yeah, that's made a big difference for Kara. Way down in ninth place. That's why he hasn't improved this week. So only 145 points. A returning face we haven't seen for a little while. Ricardo Castrolido. Used to be a Pro Series driver, so good to see him back in the Top Flight Series. Let me do one more refresh, see if the points will show. If not, well, we will wrap the stream up and call it a day, because I think a lot of people will be heading over to the Formula Renault Series, which is just about to start at Montreal as well.
Oh yeah, that should definitely be an interesting race. I did my race earlier this week, and it's the only race I'll do. Because those walls out of those chicanes are just too close for my liking.
Yep, and it's not come up, so that will be us. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, over on RaceSpot TV right now is that Formula Renault race. If you're watching on iRacing Live's page, head over to just look at the top and it tells you which channel you need to switch it to go and get that one. Alex Simpson, Conrad Venter here though for what was the round number 10 of the iRacing Grand Prix series, and Manuel Domingo took the victory from his teammate right at the end there. Great race. We'll be back next week at Zandvoort for what will be the penultimate round in the series. Tune in. We'll be there.